I'm going to be sharing a video from some child advocates I know from X, and I will be putting the link in the description. So check it out. Thanks.
Welcome back. Now, according to the US State Department, anywhere between 14,500 and 17,500 people are living as victims of human trafficking every single year. Now, 72% of them are migrants, and now with the surge that we're seeing at the southern border of illegal migrant encounters, trafficking has become a multi-billion-dollar business. And the crisis has only worsened with cartels and rings looking to exploit the vulnerable.
Yeah, but groups like our next guest, veteran-owned organizations, are working to answer the call to identify and rescue those exploited by trafficking. To discuss, let's welcome in volunteer of Call to Rescue Ministries, Sonia Marquetta, and founder of Call to Rescue Ministries, Brad Dennis. First of all, welcome both of you to the show. It's Wake Up America Weekend. We appreciate having you. It's a tremendous issue. It's a heinous crime, human trafficking, especially when it involves children. Brad, I'll jump in with you. Let's talk a little bit. You and your wife, Tammy, co-founded Call to Rescue in 2014, and your teams have been instrumental in the rescue of children from sex trafficking and in taking down rings across the entire country. Tell us a little about Call to Rescue and why you needed to found this organization.
Yeah, absolutely. I got started with a wonderful organization called the Class Kids Foundation. And one of the things that we realized very early on was that there was a lot of people, I'm also a pastor, so there's a lot of people in the churches and in the ministries that are wanting to serve not only in their own local areas, but also down at the border, as you just discussed, the border itself. And they wanted to really get involved and get engaged with this. But one of the things that they didn't know is they didn't have the education to do it and to do it safely, to be able to either provide this information to law enforcement or just to be able to affect some form of rescue for these kids. So that's one of the reasons that we started it. We really wanted to educate and empower and embrace them and motivate them.
That's great.
Sonia, more than half the victims identified by the Counter Trafficking Data Collaborative are under 26, and nearly a quarter of them are children. Now, as a volunteer, this must be difficult work that you're doing. So what made you want to help?
Well, I took to social media. Once I discovered what child trafficking truly was, I decided to take to social media because my question was, why aren't more people speaking about this? So I wanted to raise my voice on social media, specifically TikTok, where I've had the furthest reach. And in my travels on there, my journey spreading all of the awareness and the education to keep parents aware of how to keep their kids safe, especially online, I came in contact with a member of this group, and there was an opportunity to volunteer down in Vegas at one of their organized searches, and I jumped on a plane and I went. And ever since then, and that was over a year ago, ever since then I've been showing up at any searches I can get to volunteer my time with this team.
So if I just can piggyback before I ask Brad a question, just how rewarding is it, just 30 seconds, when you actually find a child and rescue them? I mean, I can't imagine how incredibly rewarding that must be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very powerful to be able to be in that moment and to be able to pull these kids out of those situations. But you know, it is a long and arduous road for these kids and these women that are caught up into this, because it's not just that moment of rescue. It's going to be a long, sustainable fight to keep them out of that.
And Sonia, same question for you. Sonia?
Yes.
Same question for you.
You know, when you actually successfully locate one of these children and you're sitting with them, and they find out, one in particular found out that I flew from Jersey to Vegas to actually come look for them, and the look on that in the child's face in shock that I actually took the time to get on a plane and come there to look for them was beyond anything that I could have felt. In that moment, she felt like somebody cared about her. Yeah. And I want to continue to do that and show these kids that need love and somebody that cares about them, continue to show them that.
It's incredible work that you're doing. Very inspiring. Just listening to the way that how I can tell how important it is to you, Sonia. Now we know that the work you do is extremely important, obviously, and necessary. But it's also, like you just said, you flew from Jersey to Vegas, so this must be expensive for you to do. And you rely on donations, really? Is that how you manage to get by?
Personally, I pay out of pocket. I fund my own way to go to these searches because I care that much about these kids. So if I'm able to do it, I'm going to show up for them.
Okay. We got about 30 seconds left. Brad, tell us, I know that you have a fundraiser set up. What is the website? How do people support? How do they get tickets? How do they send in support? Talk to us, date, time, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's going to be, it's coming up as c2rministries.org will be the contact website for it. It's called Shine a Light on Human Trafficking. It's going to be there in New Jersey, and it's going to be, sorry?
Staten Island, New York.
Oh, Staten Island. Sorry, she knows it better than I do.
And Sonia, very quick, give us that website one more time.
It's c2rministries.org. In their event section is the fundraiser. It is May 16th in Staten Island at Hobra on the Arthur Kill Road location at 6 p.m.
Excellent. Sonia Marchetta and Brad Dennis, we really appreciate the work you're doing to save and rescue children all across our country that have fallen prey to human trafficking. What a noble cause. We salute you and thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.
My pleasure.